Are you thinking about moving to Seattle? Whether it's for work or relocating, or if you're just curious what life is like here in Seattle, stick around. I'm here to break down 5 pros and 5 cons about everything in Seattle. And some things might actually shock you, so stay till the end. First pro about living in Seattle, Washington is the thriving job market. Seattle is home to some of the biggest companies in the world, like Amazon, Microsoft, and Starbucks. So if you are in the tech or healthcare worlds or aerospace, this might be the place for you. And not only that, because of all the big companies here, we also need jobs for all the smaller companies. Like myself, I'm a real estate investor here, so there's plenty opportunities for real estate investors, for builders, and all sorts of jobs in those areas. So jobs here are amazing. You can find a job basically in any field that you're in. So if you're thinking about relocating to Seattle, Washington, keep in mind the opportunities here are endless. Okay, getting into our cons. The first con is Seattle is expensive. So if you're relocating here, just know that house prices are high and so is the rent. So relocating here to Seattle is pretty pricey, from the housing prices to the rent to the groceries, entertainment, even parking can be pretty expensive here in Seattle. So we do have some of the higher prices here in the Pacific Northwest, especially if you want to locate to downtown Seattle and closer to Seattle area. But that's why you need a professional and somebody who knows this area very well. So please reach out to me and I can get you in the best areas for a good price. Another pro about living here in Seattle is the natural beauty. So people from all over the world come here to the Pacific Northwest for the mountains, for the lakes, for the rivers, for the forests. It is just a gem here and endless things for you to do here. So if you are an outdoorsy person, this might be the place for you. So today we're here at Redondo Beach. Take a look around. This is just one of the many beaches that is here in Seattle, Washington. It is just gorgeous. You get mountain views, you get the sound, and it's just beautiful. Seattle is best known for its hikes, its beaches, and wildlife. I mean, right now we're catching the sunset and just a regular park here in the Pacific Northwest. So this is the sound. I mean, look at all these animals. It's gorgeous here, it really is. Okay, so this natural beauty doesn't come without a price tag. So another con about living here in the Pacific Northwest is it's rainy season. So a lot of people think it rains a lot here. It doesn't really rain a lot here, but the winters can be really brutal because it's very gloomy and sometimes we don't see the sun for a while. So in the winters here in Seattle, it's just really gloomy. It rains. I won't say it rains a lot. It's just very gloomy and dark. The winters here, they can get pretty long. Sometimes they can stretch from the late October to June. I mean, we get a springtime. The spring is really beautiful, but sometimes the winter can just stay a little longer than we would like it to. So staying on the weather topic, we're actually going to slide into our next pro, is that Seattle is pretty amazing with this weather because we do not have any severe drops in temperature. So winters can be cold, but they're not freezy or icy. We don't get a lot of snow here. And if we do get some snow, it's gonna be gone by the next day. And our summers are really amazing. I mean, the summer is probably the best here. So we don't get very hot and scorchy summers. We get nice, warm, sometimes a little hotter summers, but they're amazing because they don't stay too long. Because of the mild weather, it gets people out of the house, and then those really torturous winters, it gives us something to live for. So the summers here are worth the wait. If you hate the winter, you get into summer and you know all is well in the world because we have some of the best summers here in Washington. Because of the mild weather, people get to do the activities they love all year round. So if they love to jog, they just put on a hoodie or a jacket and go jog in the wintertime. And same thing for the summertime. So basically all year round, you can do all the activities that you love. So all the pros obviously come with their cons. One of our biggest cons here in the Northwest is the homelessness problem. So you will see this in Seattle itself, and then the suburbs around Seattle. So we do have a really big homelessness problem, and you cannot not see it. So you will definitely notice it here when you move here to the bigger cities. So the city has been trying to deal with these problems for a long time now, but we just cannot seem to solve this issue of homelessness here in Seattle. So if this is a big problem for you, please reach out and we can definitely look into the more safer and better areas where you can see less of the homelessness problem. Okay, let's get into one of my biggest pros about living here on the Northwest is the food culture. You guys, when I moved here 17 years ago, I was pleasantly surprised about all the different ethnic foods that is here, right here on every corner in Seattle. We have every cuisine that you can think of, and it's not hard to find. They're literally on every single block. You will have a Thai place and it's a teriyaki. You guys know what teriyaki is? I didn't know either before I moved here. It is some of the best chicken you guys can get for a really good price too. Along with the amazing food we have here is the coffee, you guys. We have some of the best coffee in the world here in Seattle, and you can find a very cute coffee shop on every single block. Like, they're everywhere. There's coffee shops, there's coffee little boutiques, so there's coffee on every corner here in Seattle. So if you are a coffee lover, this is the place for you, I promise you. Do not miss out. So another con about the Northwest is something that you probably never heard of, but it's called the Seattle freeze. So people here are not very bubbly and friendly like I was used to on the East Coast. People here are more reserved and they're kind of in their own little world. So they don't really say hi to you, they don't smile. It takes a little bit to actually get somebody to open up to you and talk to you, but it's totally normal. So once you kind of situate yourself here in Seattle and get connected to a lot of the local groups and a lot of the community, then it's a beautiful place to live here. People are very friendly. It's just that they're not very open like you would see on the East Coast. People here in Seattle are truly amazing. Just make sure you get plugged into groups and into the community events that are happening all over the Seattle area, and trust me, you're gonna love it here. So another pro about Seattle is the diversity here. We have all kinds of people here from all walks of life, and people are really welcoming here to all kinds of diversity. So this is something I love about Seattle, because you can meet all kinds of different diversity here in Seattle. So it's really, really amazing. So if you're moving to Seattle, feel free to bring your ideas and your opinions, because everything is welcome here. So with all the different diversity and all the different kinds of people here, we have a lot of traffic. So this is another con about Seattle is traffic is horrific, you guys. It's really bad, probably some of the worst in the country. So we only have basically two main big freeways that go up from north and south of Seattle. So it just can get really congested in those high peak hours. So the city is trying to work on that. They are adding more public transportation. They are adding the transit right now in more south of Seattle areas. But it just seems that this is not going to help too much. But I mean, the city is doing what it can, but it just cannot keep up with all the people coming in here right now. So during those peak traffic hours, you will be standing for at least 45 minutes or longer, depending where you're going. So it's gonna be hard. So you really need to see if this is something that you're willing to take in with all the pros, if this is a con that you're willing to, Okay guys, thanks for sticking around. Please comment below what you thought was surprising to you, or if you have already relocated here, tell me what I missed. Let me know what you guys think, and if you have any questions, please do reach out. One of the mistakes I made when I relocated here 17 years ago is that I did not reach out to a professional. So it was really hard for me to kind of navigate through these things, especially getting into a good neighborhood. So please reach out. Okay guys, that's it for today. Thanks for sticking around. Please comment below on something that shocked you or something that I missed, okay? And then I'll see you in the next video.